What's up guys, C-Twan13 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Crosse Professional Remote Wireless Monitoring Weather Station System. So this is something that you can pick up at Costco, and specifically in my case, it was something that I bought on Black Friday. Now, here at home, I grow homegrown popcorn, peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, basil, oregano. So, there's a lot of things going on. And as a result, it's very important that I keep track of how much I water the plants, the temperature, and all of these things, and how they affect growth. So, this weather station was primarily just to be able to monitor those things and check how they are interacting and correlating with the plant's growth and overall, harvest performance, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead, get into this, see what's inside, and hopefully within a week or so I can give you a full review. But obviously I'm going to have to set it up, and it is the dead of winter right now, so who knows how well the rainfall calculator is going to work. But anyway. Okay, there's tape on the sides here. Our quick setup guide is right on top. Everything just pulls out like that. Now, if you look at the back real quick, you'll see that it talks about everything that it can do. So it is Wi-Fi enabled, it can do forecasting, it shows you wind measurements, it can show you rainfall, temp, humidity, time and date obviously, and I think it has a 400-foot wireless range, so pretty standard stuff. And you have a bonus display, and a self-emptying rain bucket. Again, I've never owned one of these before, so I'm curious exactly how all this stuff works. Let's see here. There's a lot of tape on this thing, I will tell you, but it is nicely packaged, so I guess that is a good plus, a positive on this. So it looks like when you pull this plastic off, your temperature monitor comes off with it. Okay, so there is your temperature monitor, your temperature sending unit, I'm guessing. And here is the main board here, main display board that's going to be showing all of your data. Here's the bonus display. And I believe this still is reading the same data. I don't think this is actually measuring temperature on its own. And here is your self-emptying rain measurement bucket. And here is your wind speed breeder. There's a technical name for this. I don't know what it is. I know these are called wind cups. That's about it. I believe this is just the base. Hold on one second. Cut this out of here. I think this is just a base to mount this on something, but again, I could be, I'm as clueless as you guys here, so, we're learning together. Seems to be these are your accessories and maybe probably just your power adapters. And I think it has included, does it say it's included batteries here? I feel like I remember it saying it included batteries, but I could be wrong. But this is heavier, so we'll go into this first. Again, everything is taped together, so, that's probably a good thing, but it kind of sucks when you're opening it, for sure. Okay, I just ripped that. Oh, okay, that's literally just a crap load of batteries. That's it. So you've got, it uses everything, so you've got C, double A's, and 2 triple A's. So, and they are Duracells, which, hey, that's nice, okay? I'm tired of opening these packages, getting the, batteries included, and it's like that, those cheap-ass Chinese batteries. This is good. All right, let's take a look here. I'm guessing this is the power adapter, I'm guessing, for your main display. I think this, let me take a look here. Yep, this is gonna run off the wall, so obviously no batteries for this, which is good, because I swear, if everything ran on batteries, man, that could get expensive real quick. So you've got that, and then you've got all kinds of mounting hardware here, so you can mount up all your different stuff, all your different measurement components. Now, obviously, I'm gonna try my best to avoid drilling into my house if possible, but if necessary, you know, that will do that. But I do have a fence in the backyard, which may be better to mount the wind measurement thing on anyway. And as for the rain collection, that's not going to need to be mounted. So, or at least not mounted on, you know, the wall, obviously, because that's not going to collect very much rain. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and look over the manual a little bit and see if I can explain a little bit more about how all this works, and at least see if I can get the system reading something. And then I'm just gonna have to test it. I'm gonna have to set everything up, and I'm gonna try to do a video on that too, the setup process. And it's gonna be tricky because there's a ton of snow on the ground and everything, but I'm gonna do my best, and we'll get back to you with a review in about a week or two. Alrighty, guys. So I've gone through the manual and read through everything. So now that I've done that, everything is set up, but I will say I've yet to been able to figure out how to set up the app, which would allow me to get, you know, internet updated forecasts here. I haven't gotten that to work. I've tried to connect to my Wi-Fi and it doesn't seem to connect, so I'll have to figure that out in another video. But otherwise, you can see this is the external temperature and hygrometer or humidity measurement device, and the readings are showing up here. Obviously, the indoor and the outdoor are pretty much the same since the sensor is inside. The wind sensor is here, and there is a delay. Now, that's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I guess there's no way to make it 100%, you know, latency free. But you can see if I spin the wind sensor, it'll probably take a minute, so I'm going to keep spinning it. But eventually, you will see a reading on the display right here.
2 hours later.
There you go. You see it says 3 miles an hour. So it does work. There's just obviously a little lag. So it's not going to be 100%, you know, right in the moment now, but chances are it's still going to be pretty accurate. In addition, you have your rain meter right here. Now this was pretty accurate. I was pouring water in and it was getting a good read. Now I have yet to been able to figure out exactly what the measurement window is for the rain. So in the instance of the rain, you know, is it for the last 24 hours? Is it, you know, the last day? Because it's a self-emptying, you know, rain meter. So it's not like there's a cup that, you know, then measures the level and you got to go dump it out. It's self-emptying. So the water goes in and it comes out. So basically there's a little seesaw in there, and that measures the water flow based on it moving back and forth. So you can see if I do this a couple times, this level right here under rain will change, and you know, you'll see the precipitation level go up. So again, my thing is, I did this about 2 hours ago, and then it cleared, and so now it was back to zero, and only now that I've messed with it has it gone up again. So my question is, and I haven't figured this out, is this for only just in an hour? Is it, you know, how long is that? So anyway, so you can see it just went up to 0.13 inches. The last thing that's included, of course, is a indoor monitor. There's a separate screen. So this is still showing the outside information, but you can have a separate monitor. So let's say this sits maybe in your kitchen, or, you know, near a window in your living room or something, and then this, you can put this in your bedroom or something, so that you can still monitor that temperature. It's not going to be the full display, but it'll still give you, you know, the information of the temperature and humidity outside. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. So far, so good. You know, I mean, it's not overly amazing, but this is quite a good setup of instruments to give me a good idea of monitoring the outside conditions. And more importantly for me, you know, being an urban farmer and having that sort of need to make sure that my plants are getting the best environment and sort of controlled variables and factors as I can, having this sort of data is invaluable, so that I can check to see, you know, how are my plants responding to this humidity level, this temperature? Should I next year worry about getting more shade for certain plants? Again, this is all stuff that maybe most people don't care about, but at the very least, most people might like to know what the weather's looking like and what the humidity is and what the wind's like. And I guess none of this is necessary for probably like a good 90% of people, but it's certainly nice information to have. And definitely, if you have a large property, you just want to know what the conditions are where you are, and you're not in a city, so you're far away from any monitoring stations. This can actually be very useful because even the closest weather monitoring station is still going to be miles and miles and miles away from you, so it may not be that accurate. But in conclusion, guys, so far so good. I've got to get all these different mounting things mounted up. So like this has got to be mounted up, and so does my rain catch here. Once I get those, once I get figure out a way to do that, I'm gonna shoot a video on that as well, and I'll demonstrate how I go about mounting these things. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Again, if you like this video, please give me a like, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and get subscribed if you want to see more. I really appreciate it. Thanks.